Hey peeps, what's up? Munchie here, back with another video. And if you ever wanted to clone the internal SSD on your Mac to an external SSD or an external drive and make it bootable, that is what we are going to do in this video. Now, of course, your external SSD or the external drive would need to be either of the same size as your internal Mac SSD or greater. If it is less, then it is not going to work because we are going to clone the internal SSD on your Mac to an external SSD or an external drive using the disk utility option in recovery mode. So the first step is to format our external drive or external SSD to a format which is compatible with Mac OS. Now, once we've connected our SSD or MacBook, we can go ahead and go into Finder, then we can go into Applications, here and scroll down, go into Utilities, and we're going to open the Disk Utility application now. Once you are in Disk Utility, first thing you need to do is tap on this View option and say Show All Devices. As you can see, this here is my internal drive, which is 256 GB. This here is the new drive, the NVMe from Sabrent, which is 2 TB. First things first, we need to erase this and make it compatible with MacBook Pro. So we are going to select the top level. Do not select the volume, select the top level, then go into erase and give it any name which you want to in the name. The format you have to keep it as APFS and the scheme is going to be GUID partition map, and then we are going to erase it, and this process will take some time, so you have to be patient. But once the process has finished successfully, you will get an appropriate message, and as you can see right now we are getting formatting the disk as macOS extended. Alright, so as you can see, we are now getting the message that erase process is complete. Click on done to continue, and operation here was successful. So we are going to say done, and at this point you can close the disk utility. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to clone this new bigger NVMe SSD to the internal drive. So for that we are going to use the disk utility which is provided by Apple, but we are going to use it in recovery mode. So how do you enter recovery mode? For starters, restart your Mac, and then as soon as you hear the chime, you need to press the command R together and make sure that your new SSD is connected to your Mac. So we're going to select restart, and then as soon as the screen goes black, we are going to press and hold command R. Now once you hold command R, you should land up on a screen like this. This is going to be your recovery. Now if you have a Mac which is powered by Apple Silicon, like say Mac M1 or MacBook Pro M2, or the Mac Mini powered by M1 or M2, how do you boot into this recovery mode? Well, for starters, you need to shut down your Mac. So you can go into the Apple logo on the top left and say shut down. Once you've shut down your Mac, then you need to press and hold the power button on your Apple Silicon powered Mac and keep it pressed until you see the options. So you will see two options. One of them will be your internal drive, and then you will see the text options. Once you select options, it is going to ask you for your admin password, and once you do that, you will be in macOS recovery mode, and from therein we can access our disk utility. So here it is, we are in the recovery. As you can see on the top left over here, it says recovery. We are going to go into disk utility. This is the last option, and then select continue. Now this is going to detect all the drives which are attached to our Mac right now. Go on the arrow besides disk utility, tap on this arrow and say show all devices. So as you can see, this here is my internal SSD, And this here is the new 2 TB bigger NVMe drive, which is right now showing up as external because we have connected it using a adapter. Now herein you need to select this container disk. How do you know this is the one you select? The type will show as APFS container, and then we are going to say restore, and we have to restore it from the internal SSD which we have. In our case it is mic. It is selected by default, and then we are going to say restore. And there it is. You can see that the restore process has started. We are getting validating target, validating source, and now it is replicating it. So this here is cloning our external NVMe SSD with our internal one right now. Again, the process will take some time, so you have to be patient. Now, as you can see, previously we had one replicating, then after a few minutes, we have the second line of replicating. So that is showing us that things are moving forward. Again, all of this is going to depend on the speed of your new SSD, the speed of your USB port, and a bunch of other things. So again, make sure you are patient, and also connect your Mac if it is battery powered to a power source. You do not want your MacBook to die on you, run out of battery while you're cloning your internal hard disk to the new, bigger M.2 NVMe SSD. And there it is. You can see that we have got the message that restored target device into whatever the path of the new NVMe SSD is, and we also got the message that operation was successful. We can now select done, and let us check out the containers in here, try to expand it and see what is going on over here on this drive. So there it is. You can see that we have mic over here, which is the name of my internal SSD, and we have mic data and mic over here as well on the new one. So things are looking good so far. At this point, feel free to close this disk utility and tap on this Apple logo on the top left. Once you do that, you're going to get a bunch of options. We are going to say restart. Now, as soon as you select restart, you have to press the option key once you hear the chime. So let us do that. Let us select restart. It restarted. As soon as I hear the chime, I am going to press and hold the option key, which should give me the boot up options. Now, if you have a Mac which is powered by Apple Silicon, like say the Mac Mini M1 or the Mac Mini M2, MacBook Pro powered by M1, M2, M2 Max, then to boot from this freshly created external SSD or external drive, which is a clone of our internal Apple SSD, you need to press and hold the power button. Once you do that, like previously, you will get the boot options. So one of them will be your internal SSD, and the other one will be our newly freshly created bootable clone of the internal SSD. So if you want to boot from the external SSD, that is the one which you select. Now with Apple Silicon, Apple has put in another restriction. If your internal SSD fails, then you will not be able to boot your Apple Silicon powered Mac using an external SSD. So that is something which you should keep in mind. So bam, here it is. You can see that we have mic. This is clearly our internal drive, and this is our external drive. Let us select this one and then tap on the arrow and see if we boot into the macOS or not. Now do note that you are booting your MacBook of an external drive, so the boot up will be longer than what it is from an internal drive. So again, patience is the key over here. I am seeing the loading bar, and I'll be back once the loading bar has finished loading. So here it is, we are on the home screen and we've successfully booted into Mac OS. And there it is, peeps. That is how you clone your internal Mac SSD to an external drive or external SSD and make it bootable at the same time.